my name is Leo, also known as Dan Cubangay. I'm a talent here at M4, so that basically covers most things: casting, analyst, host, panel, overall talent essentially. For esports, I guess we could say I started in 2017. I was a host at first for one of the biggest cons in Southeast Asia, ESJS 2017. I was a booth host. And before that, I was a radio DJ for close to 10 years, right? I left radio full-time in 2019, and I think that's when I started to just really pour my everything into casting. And from there, I got picked up by MPL Philippines, and the rest is history. Well, when it all came into place, I'd say 2021 is when it all just like centralized. It helps that it's all about MLBB, right? So I just feed all of the benefits and the pros of each, and then I work with the cons, right? I compartmentalize what makes it difficult, and then I take what I learn as a caster, as an observer, into coaching, seeing what it looks like from the outside, and then from my other experiences from my older work, I pour that into my work here as well now. And it just helps to be a people person. It helps to know how people think, what they listen for, what they look for, and then I pour that into this game that we all love. I think casting is still the best. I still love casting, and then the second would be coach. Whether it be for players or for co-talents, I think that there's a lot I love about growth and development. Oddly enough, when you're working local, when you're working with the league, right, MPL, Philippines to be specific, there's a lot of time involved. We work together, 3 months at a time, maybe 6 months at a time if you add in the prep. And with that time comes a lot of space and room to develop and then, you know, go back and forth. But if it's an international event, like the world stage, or even like a mid-year event like the MSC, there's not much time involved. But what that does bring out is just diversity. Every single time I work in an international event, I learn something and I bring it back. And I try to do the same, like I bring something to the world stage or to the international realm, and I like to share. So for international, it's more about sharing and cultivating, and then for local, it's more about like developing, you know, cultivating what we have to prepare for these bigger events and to share that, to grow the scene. I don't know, well, one maybe is because I'm willing to do anything. And, you know, fly out when it was a pandemic in M2, you know, like, oh, you're gonna be gone for about 30, 45 days from your family, is that okay? You know, for the love, right? And I guess just on my personal take, like, I guess I know what they're looking for, and they like how I deliver that. So, you know, I'm all about being clean, you know, structured, polished, and then that's what I try to deliver every single time. Well, as always, I like to funnel back the good work we do here and bring that back home so that we can grow more talent. So caster search, definitely want that to grow, maybe share it with the other regions, what works for us, that structure, that way that help talents grow. And then eventually, I think just do more MLBB, just do more M series, and then be there for the community that we have. I think we're getting better every year from M1, M2, the stories I heard from there, M3, M4 now. Also, it's a post-pandemic world. I think there's a lot of new things that we have to consider, a lot of new things that we can try again. So with that being said, given the situation, I think we put up a pretty awesome show. I just hope that the locals more enjoyed what we all put here together for them, and for the international fans flying in, you know, double that because they had to spend more, right? So yeah, I just appreciate everything that we have right now. I'd like to say it's a developing story. Can I just say that? Because the Filipino meta is still #1, right? Like that whole sustained, box-centric, polished gameplay. A lot of other fans that enjoy like Malaysian or Indonesian or any other region's meta, they might say it's boring, but I appreciate it. It's a lot like modern day boxing, wherein you're a counter puncher and you want to take it the distance, 12 rounds, let the judges decide. That's what we have back home, 15, 17 minutes or 25 minutes with like 2-minute lord dances. That's what we appreciate, and that's what I love. and it seems like the world is yet to crack that code. Well, obviously that Kyrie pick-off on Benny Cutie, that's one on the Hayabusa. Blacklist versus RRQ, 5-game series that helped break that PCU limit, obviously, set records. And I guess the grand finals, whatever happens there, that should be a highlight moment too. Okay, number one is Incendio Supremacy, definitely. The Turkish deserve their own pro league, whatever form that may be. Also surprised at RRQ Akira's development. We saw them last in M3 and they were promising then, but now I really think they deserve that upper bracket spot. It's just, there's still a lot for them to grow with, and maybe this 2023, if they find a way to solve that, and then maybe grow even more as a team, you know, add more personnel, more minds to help grow the team. Come M5, maybe. So yeah, it's those two squads that have my heart. It's safe to say, half a joke, right? Just get more PH imports. But I think if we put effort into making MLBB a more global sport, right? So again, not even just importing, but boot camping all around. I think that will help, because even Filipino teams, like let's say not even our grand finalists, not even our M series representatives, what if they spent like a month or so elsewhere during the off season? I think that will help, you know, make the M series more spicy, more diverse, because right now it's pretty homogenous for what is successful. But what if we're able to say, have many different metas be just as powerful and just as efficient? I think that could be key. And one way I think that is possible is, you know, more globalization, more interaction between the different regions before MSCs, before M series. Again, just on me, right? Half a joke, I'm sad we don't get to fly out if that is true. But I'm excited. If ever it is in the Philippines, I hope the talents and the teams, the players, and the fans that fly out eventually, if it is going to be in the Pearl of the Orient, I hope that they enjoy the Philippines. We have a lot of great food. It's hot, so I guess Southeast Asian countries are fine. But if you're coming from the West, the North, elsewhere, already I'm sorry that it's hot. But yeah, we'll be very welcoming, and Filipinos known for their hospitality. And I would love for that to happen, because again, we won a world championship, 2 of them actually, maybe 3 depending on what happens in the grand finals. But yeah, it would be nice for the fans all across the world to experience the country that cultivates such greatness in our game. All right, so first off, the import culture wouldn't happen if there wasn't a system that already works, right? If that hasn't been proven. So I think we've perfected that in the past 2 or 3 years. And I guess more popularly made known in MPL Philippines Season 3, when Coach Panda with Archangel won, people were wondering like, why is there a coach? And then like, yeah, because it works. So from there, we started to employ coaches, analysts, and I know other countries do that. I'd say like Indo has like groups, right? MPL ID has like 3 or 4 coaches per team. But I think what makes it work for Philippines is role delegation and how these coaches understand their players. I think there's a culture of family in the Philippines that bleeds into the way we work as a team, specifically in MLBB esports. And that might be what even these import coaches bring. So, you know, Coach Zico treats his players like family. Coach Yeb loves Onik now. So I think that is part of what makes that happen. All right, well, thank you guys always so much for supporting MLBB esports. We've been here years, and we want to be here for years more. So again, thank you for all the love, and wherever we may be, half a decade from now, I hope you're still here, and I hope to still be here for you, always at your service.